I'm Dr. Melissa. This week we are talking about fear versus love. And specifically today we are talking about how we see that in the way people are handling the pandemic and the things that are going on in this 2020 crazy year. So when we think about emotions, there are really only two emotions, and everything else are a subset of those two. Those two emotions are fear or love. The vibration of unconditional love is high, it's expansive, it's inspired. It makes us dream big and bring those dreams into reality. Whereas the emotion or the energy of fear is in scarcity. It's in not having enough. It is in the fear of things being taken from us, whether that's our health, our loved ones, our money, our well-being, any number of things. And I know that for me, I found it really important to break things down into, where is this coming from? Is this coming from a place of fear, or is this coming from a place of love? Because anything that you're feeling that's coming from a place of fear can be investigated and explored. That's the beauty of inner work. We can sort of lean in and see what is going on so that we can transform the feeling to being one of love. The really fascinating thing to me that is going on right now in terms of the pandemic and people's response to it is related to masks and to social distancing. And the thing I find so fascinating about this is both sides, taking absolutely opposite positions, feel that they are standing against fear. For example, as a doctor, I've looked at the studies. I know the facts. Wearing a mask to protect the community is a no-brainer. The mask will actually do very little to protect me. I'm not really wearing one to protect me. I'm wearing it so that others don't need to be worried about their exposure. And because I know that if every single one of us wore masks, in 6 weeks or so, this would largely be over. And we could go back to life as normal. So I'm wearing a mask to protect other people as part of my sense of community, as part of the sense of oneness with each and every person here on earth, each and every being here on earth, really thinking about other people and wanting to avoid unnecessary deaths and hospitalizations and struggle. That decision is not coming from a place of fear. But people who are on the opposite side of things, running around without masks, going into crowded places, living life as they would have last summer, without social distancing, without masks, really see people who are behaving like my family as living in a place of fear. And they feel that their vibration is higher than that they wouldn't even be attracted or want to hang out with someone like us. I actually had someone send me a message saying that he thought all of the mask wearers in the world were going to need deep psychological help. Why? Because we want to protect our community, because we want the numbers to go down, because we want life to go back to normal. So it's very fascinating to me where people are seeing or projecting, because is it a projection, right? To project fear onto other people? It's one of those things that we can only interpret for ourselves, right? I can't identify necessarily what he's feeling or what someone else is feeling. I can't necessarily identify what you're feeling. I can say that my decisions are not coming from a place of fear at all. My decisions are coming from a place of common sense concern, given the data and the stats that exist, in the same way that I wear seat belts and I use sunscreen and I do annual checkups at the doctor and other things because it's just a healthy way of being, but it's not coming from a place of fear. I know that for me, it's genuinely coming from a place of love. And so I encourage you, as you look at your responses and as you watch people who are responding and reacting on really opposite sides of the spectrum right now, to notice whether or not you are acting from a place of fear or whether you're coming from a place of love. Whether people who are reacting, responding to you are perhaps reacting from a place of fear or whether they're coming from a place of love. Because when we can all shift out of fear into the vibration of love, that's where abundance in all areas of life lies. And if you are a highly successful, highly resourced person who is looking to make the transition, to eliminate those remaining threads or strands of fear left in your life and shift into abundance in every aspect of life at one time, I would love to help you do that. Send me a message so we can connect because that's where life really begins.